Hello everybody and welcome once again to Tutorials Point. In this video, we are going to study about a very unique topic which I am sure is a situation that you definitely face day in day out. Now there are situations wherein we have new people joining our team, right? And we probably, as a manager or maybe as a TL or even as co-teammates definitely want to know the person who has joined. Isn't it really important to know the person whom you are working with? Yes, it is. So that you're aware what are the talents of that person or which is the area wherein that person can perform really well, right? So knowing the person with whom you're working is very important. Precisely why in this video we are going to study about certain icebreaker questions which you can ask at your workplace. So these might just sound questions, but in reality they definitely give you a deeper insight of the kind of person he or she is, right? So which is actually the endeavor of asking, which is the reason why we are asking. And not just that, any person who works in your team, it is really important to have that camaraderie, right? That ice has to be broken, otherwise the productivity definitely does not show up as well, right? So let's go ahead and learn about certain important icebreaker questions which definitely are going to help you a lot just in case you have a new teammate. Okay. Now, how do you start off with? Do you really think that, directly putting forward, okay, I want to know the kind of person you are so that I can just give you the kind of role which would suit you the best? Do you really think that is the best idea? Well, really not. Now, how do you put it forward such that the person who is there right in front of you whom you're questioning is even being very candid, and at the same time, your idea of knowing that person or the reason why you're asking those questions or the reason, the motive behind you asking the question also gets fulfilled, right? So you might want to start off with what is the meaning of your name? A very generic question, no hidden kind of motive behind this question, a very generic question, just so as to break the ice and just to start the conversation, right? So very normal, and maybe this kind of question would definitely ease the person who is new in the team, right? Because it's kind of a friendly approach towards that person. So to start off with, what is the meaning of your name would definitely be a good kickstart, right? Now going forward, how do you slowly and steadily break the ice, and along with that kind of probe the kind of person the kind of person he or she is, right? So you might want to ask, what is the best vacation you've ever had? So now with this question, you are kind of getting to know the choices of that person, right? So knowing those choices definitely helps you a lot to get a picture of the kind of person he or she is, right? What is the behavior? Is that person does that person gets bored with monotony very quickly, or is that person kind of a fixated one who is fixated on a particular thing? Well, these are the things which actually, this is a question which would actually give you a deeper insight as far as that aspect is concerned, right? Because you are slowly getting to know about the choices of that person, right? So what is the best vacation you've ever had? So again, a way of knowing the choices, and along with the choices, you also get to know the kind of, the behavioral pattern the choices are associated with, right? Okay, then going forward, how would you spend $1 million? Now, this is actually a $1 million question, because this definitely is going to tell you a lot about the choices of that person, right? What is the kind of thought process he or she has? Is that person kind of really money oriented, or is that person what is the reason that he or she is kind of doing that job? Is he or she doing that job just for the sake of money, or he or she is doing that job out of passion, or that person has a completely different motive in his or her life? Is it that that person wants to start a business out of $1 billion and leave this job just far behind? Is this role not intriguing for him or her enough? So these are certain things which definitely, in a subtle and a nuanced way, are going to give you an idea about the kind of teammate he or she would prove in future. Okay, now tell us your earliest childhood memories. Now, something again that is very, very important, because something that actually is of your interest would intrigue you, right? Are you a kind of person who is very, very intrigued with maybe compliments or maybe gifts that were given to you? Or are you the kind of person who is intrigued with an achievement which he or she had? So again, different aspects of that person's personality. You might not even know that the person might just come up with an answer which probably would give you an idea as to how you could encourage him or her, right, while he or she would be working in future, right? Because again, encouragement is a very, very important part of increasing the productivity, right? So again, a nuanced way, a subtle way of getting to know the choices of the person. Okay. Now, how about that? What is your favorite sport to watch? Again, would give you an insight of the choices of that person, which nonetheless is definitely going to help you. Okay, how about this? How would your friends describe you? Wow, this probably I would, kind of say this would definitely be something that would give you a lot more kind of description of that person, definitely, because your friends and family, are the people who surround you almost all the time in your life, and they are the one who keep observing you, right? So how do they describe you would definitely give you a clear picture of the kind of person he or she is, right? So again, a very, very important, though an icebreaker question, but is going to help you a lot to get to know the person. And last but not the least would be, what would be the ultimate gift for you to receive? Yes, again, very, very important. So now you know the importance of knowing the choices, right? So ultimate gift would definitely help you a lot to actually gauge the kind of choices that person has, and not only that, would also help you to know as to, just in case you want to encourage that person, give that person token of appreciation, what do you think would that the best form of token of appreciation that would be? And not just that, you might as well end up, maybe there is a situation wherein you have to give something to your teammate, and now that you're aware of the choices, you definitely have an easier way out, right? You don't have to brainstorm and think as much, because now you know what are the choices of that person, right? So friends, these are certain icebreaker questions which actually not are just icebreaker questions. They also help you a lot to forge actually a bond with your teammate, right? Which definitely is going to help you a lot in your future endeavor, right? So it is definitely going to help you a lot to kind of build the team productivity as a whole, right? So friends, this was all about the icebreaker questions. We will see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with Tutorials Point and Tutorix. Have a good day.